Welcome to NNS 5, this week's top 5 stories from the Nebraska News Service. I'm Elijah Herbel. On September 21st, 2021, a car near Fullerton struck and killed a mountain lion nearly 500 miles from the nearest mountain range. Sam Wilson of the Nebraska Game and Parks and Steve Griffin of South Dakota Game, Fish and Parks spoke with me to explain why the mountain lions travel that far east.
Almost all young males disperse, and at times hundreds and hundreds of miles, and they're looking for females.
However, few, if any, female mountain lions actually live in the eastern part of the state, meaning that any young males that decide to go east will wander endlessly. Steve Griffin, a big game wildlife biologist for the South Dakota Game, Fish and Parks, says based on everything he's seen in South Dakota, this behavior is normal for mountain lions.
They migrated on their own up to North Dakota, over into Wyoming. So we had lions that were dispersing all over. Majority of them were young males. Over 80% of our young males left on their own and just naturally migrated out.
Mystic Fest, one of the largest metaphysical gatherings in the Midwest, was held on October 2nd and 3rd at the Mid-America Center in Council Bluffs, Iowa. Riley Tolan Keig attended the festival and captured all of the event's festivities. Mystic Fest featured around 100 vendors selling crystals, tarot readings, aura photography, and more. Samantha McCulloch, a henna tattoo artist at the festival, said mystic spirituality has become more popular recently due to exposure. Throughout October, the Daughtry Water for Food Global Institute held a month-long forum aimed at achieving sustainable agriculture. On October 14th, the panel focused on women innovators working to solve farm challenges. Ashley Chong attended the panel and spoke to Amy Wu, a journalist and panelist at the forum. Wu said that women are involved in 60 to 80% of the world's food production, but their voices aren't heard in the male-dominated industry. Another panelist and scientist, Fatma Kaplan, encouraged other women to start their own companies and to believe in their vision. 2 studies published by The Ohio State University and by Florida State University found that harassment in online video games affects the mental health and well-being of women. Evan Fort spoke to Amy Connor and Des Baker, 2 students from the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, who said they are targeted by discriminatory players.
I don't use my mic at all. If I'm by myself, if I'm playing with friends, I will, because I know I'll have people that will advocate for me since I have a very feminine sounding voice.
Once other players know Connor is a woman and they start losing a game, the way they treat her changes.
They hear that there's a girl playing and they just automatically assume that that's the problem. People will start bringing out slurs or just trash talking me specifically, or they'll speak over me.
On October 2nd, a women's march was held at the Nebraska State Capitol. Lincoln Women's March organized the rally in response to the Texas Supreme Court's decision barring abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy. Chin Tung Tan spoke to Dr. Deborah Turner, the Associate Medical Director of Planned Parenthood of North Central States. Turner was one of 6 speakers invited to the event. Turner and other speakers encouraged the crowd to use their voices by calling their senators and voting. For Nebraska News Service, I'm Elijah Herbel.